Welcome to Culture Summerside's Clothesline Theatre. We have been waiting for you to tune in to hear tales of Prince Edward Island, a place of history and some mystery. You may be surprised by the true stories that have been unearthed and brought to life by our radio dramas. We invite you to settle into a comfortable chair and let the voices and sounds trigger your imagination as you hear the following dramatic story.
The winter of 1952 was imprinted on the memories of the people of Summerside, Prince Edward Island for several reasons. The unexpected sudden death of King George VI in February caused shock and sadness. His daughter, Princess Elizabeth, ascended to the throne, creating speculation about the future under the rule of a queen. And then there was the weather, which had everyone talking about the old-fashioned winter that had not been seen in years. The snowstorms began to rage in early January.
Leading the news for January 11th, 1952 is a real old-time winter storm battering Prince Edward Island. It is coming on the heels of the last storm that has been barely cleared away. All the country roads are blocked solid. Buses across the province are cancelled, as are schools. Many businesses are closed. In Summerside, the streets are being kept open with difficulty.
How long before you're going to have that plow fixed and back out? One plow and two bulldozers isn't enough out there.
There's no keeping ahead of this storm. Over 6 inches was down by noon, and the wind is 45 miles an hour with gusts up to 65. We can't beat Mother Nature.
We don't have to beat her, just keep her in check. Keep one of the plows working the streets around the Prince County Hospital. We've got to get the bus that's set out for the RCAF station this morning unstuck and back into town before it's buried. With the stores closed, there's no need to worry about Water Street till after the storm.
CJRW says it's the worst storm in years, and by the look of the barometer, it's going to keep up all day.
At least there's no sleet or freezing rain to add to the mess.
It took considerable time to clean up the storm when it finally abated. There was no doubt that traveling by car or truck had become difficult. Horse-drawn sleighs started to reappear on the streets of Summerside and other communities across the island.
Okay, class, that was yet another great debate presented by the Debating Club of Summerside High School. The topic for the next debate will be, do horses serve any more purpose in the 1950s? Who wishes to debate the topic?
I'll debate the topic that horses are of no more use. It should be an easy win for me.
All right, the nay side will be debated by Alan Holman. Who wishes to debate that horses still have a purpose?
I'll take up the pro side.
Hester McPhee will debate that horses do indeed still serve a purpose in 1952. I look forward to the arguments put forth by both of you. Class dismissed.
January gave way to February, and Mother Nature kept up her fury. A mid-February storm went for 3 days with heavy snowfall and high winds that blocked all roads in the province. Then, on February 28th, another 24 inches of snow dropped on Summerside, with winds of 50 miles an hour gusting to 70. The previous storm, labeled the worst of the year, paled in comparison. Businesses and schools were again closed, a real rarity in 1952.
We need to keep open the area around the hospital and the fire station. Let's hope there are no emergencies today.
Unless they're right around the hospital or station, nobody will get to them anyway.
Well, let's hope people have the sense to hunker down at home and stay safe.
And all the babies choose another birth date.
Well, it's a leap year, so they can slide in tomorrow the 29th. Municipal Garage here.
Yes. It's Nursing Supervisor Cameron from Prince County Hospital. My nurses are having great difficulty traveling the mile between the new hospital on Beatty Avenue and the nurses' residence on Market Street. Can you help us out?
We'll have to take them one or two at a time in the cab of the plow. It's noisy and rough, but it's the best I can do.
Well, I expect your men to treat them with respect and good manners.
Let me help you into the cab, miss.
Now,
Mind that white uniform in the dirt. Hold on tight.
My, how you cut those drifts. How can you see where we are going with all this flying snow?
I have my ways, miss. So, you seen anyone on your free time?
The Journal Pioneer reported that the storms were bringing back memories of old-time winters to older folk, and that young people were seeing snowbanks of which they had been told but hardly believed could exist. This time, when the storm blew itself out, more than the roads were closed.
Yesterday's storm is causing havoc for the trains on Prince Edward Island. It is the first time in years weather is causing the trains to become stuck and behind schedule. There was no boat train last night, and no train has got up from Charlottetown.
Put out the word that we need to hire shovelers to help clear the railway lines. We need 40 shovelers in the Summerside yard alone, and we have to get a crew to the train in Kelvin that's been stuck since yesterday.
There are already men lined up looking for work. Boy, this takes me back to the old days. I never thought we'd see a winter like this again.
Seems Mother Nature likes to remind us periodically that she's still in control. We've got to get the boat train running today. Every hour goods are sitting is lost money for a lot of people.
By God, the wind packed the snow in solid. We're going to be hours before we're getting down to the track.
And ain't it great? I desperately need that work. Things have been very tight this winter.
Yay, the bills don't stop just 'cause the work does. Hope the ice in the harbor goes out early this spring, so there'll be work on the potato boats.
Plows were dispatched both east and west out of Summerside early this morning, but the report coming in is that the little progress is being made. All air traffic has been suspended at RCAF Station Summerside until runways can be cleared. That is going to take some time.
What are you finding out there?
It's white everywhere. If it wasn't for the electrical wires, I wouldn't have any idea where the road even is.
In places, the banks are 20 feet high. Packed solid. It's doubtful I'll even get to the airport by this evening.
An extra plow is being sent up from the east. It should be here by 11:30.
We need all the help we can get. Let's hope no more storms are on the horizon.
And the winds stay down.
Municipal Garage, George speaking.
Yes, I'm just wondering when your boys are going to get the sidewalks open. All this snow is not good for business, and somebody could get killed walking on the streets.
We're not going to even try to open the sidewalks. We'll leave them for the spring thaw to take care of.
But that's not acceptable.
I never said it was acceptable, but it's the way it is. Better start praying for an early spring.
People are forced to climb the 15 to 20-foot banks to walk from place to place and stay out of the way of traffic. They are within easy reach of the electrical wires and must be careful not to touch them. Parents, warn your children of the danger of electrocution.
We will now start the debate. The topic is, do horses still serve a purpose in the 1950s? Ms. McPhee, you're speaking for the pro side. Please state your case for horses.
Need I say more than the winter of 1952? The horse has been a man's greatest friend this winter.
We don't even need to hear Alan's side. I declare Hester the winner.
Though proud of their ability to take the elements in stride, Islanders were nonetheless happy to see the winter of 1952 give way to the days of spring. The increasing warmth of the sun melted the snow, ensuring a healthy water table for the coming summer. Yes, an upside can be found in everything. People went about their business and discussed the news of the hour, but never far down the list of conversation topics was the winter of 1952.
Warning, Snowfall, 1952. The introduction was by Lowell Eustis. The narrator was Stuart Smith. The actors were Patricia Brooke, Paige Cameron, Janet Rose Hurst, Jill McIntyre, Mary Olskamp, Tala Boone, Wayne Wright, Paul McWilliams, Albert Goody, Thane Clark, Darren White, Roger Ahern, Ian Campbell, Wayne Gallant, Brent Slater, Stephen Beck, Justin Campbell, and Stan Surrett. Musician was Christine Anderson Gallant. Foleys were Krista Carruthers, Alexandra Gallant, Jamie Webster, and Sabrina Webster. Recording artist was Peter Gallant. Scripts were written by Marlene Campbell. Scripts were researched by Jean McKay. Prop managers were Carol McFarlane and Sabrina Webster. The production was brought to you by Culture Summerside through the support of Canadian Heritage.